My next guest is going to tell us about clowns and opera. Welcome back to What's on Tap. Talented local director, actor, singer, Doug Clemons. What else would you like me to add? You're
Dancer, please.
Oh, dancer.
Dancer first. Don't get it twisted. I'm kidding.
I don't
really
know that I've ever seen you dance. Not yet. I saw you in Buyer's Cellar at Next Act Theater, which was the one-person show.
Tour de force.
You were all about the odd story that is semi-true about a person living in Barbra Streisand's basement.
Yeah, the real-life shopping mall in Barbra Streisand's basement. And that's that.
You were spectacular in that, but I do not remember dancing.
Oh, no.
Okay, so otherwise I would have
like
given
a
that to you.
dance, Sandy. You see, I'm just kidding.
I am glad that you are back.
Thank you so much for having me, girl. I have been obsessed with you for so long. Like, I often talk about like celebrities and all this type of stuff, but like, I just love you, girl. I'm just so excited to see. Can people see you right now? They can see you live. This yellow dress you're wearing, like, yes, all of the spotlight you put on the Milwaukee art scene is fantastic, and like so like we all appreciate it so much. But then like just the beautiful gowns that you
the fashion plate that I am.
Absolutely.
Oh my, Doug, you're making me blush. You're very kind. But to your point, if you text the word watch to the Signing Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620, text the word watch. We will send you a link on your device so you can watch the WTMJ YouTube channel live and see your joyous energy as well.
How convenient.
Now, I did not invite you back to embarrassingly flatter me, which is very generous and kind of
girl.
you.
I love a compliment.
I might. I have my low days, don't
Giving
we all?
and taking. So if you got more, then...
So I compliment you because you are now part of a brand new production with Brew City Opera.
I am leading the charge, honey. Yeah. We are reinventing a 130-year-old opera, and we're talking about opera with a capital O, baby. Like it is the hootie tootie opera where everybody is screaming, making out, killing each other. Like it's that type of show.
Very dramatic.
Absolutely. That we're reinventing for a modern day audience.
And that opera is
Pagliacci.
And when is it?
It is September 18th through the 20th. At Inspiration Studios in West Allis.
Which is a great intimate space.
Oh, it's incredible. It is one of the coolest spaces I have ever been in. It is such a good like representation of the Milwaukee art scene. Like it is Erico, who you know,
Erico Ortiz.
He is fantastic. He bought this old funeral home and converted it into this collaborative art space. So there's an art gallery, there's art studios, and a black box theater that we are about to just get into every nook and cranny of.
Shake with the good vibrations. So, okay, Doug, convince the person who's listening right now, who's never been to an opera, maybe heard Pagliacci on an episode of Seinfeld, so is a bit familiar with it. Why is Pagliacci a great first opera?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me talk directly to this person. I'm going to name her Beth Ann. Hey, Beth Ann. You should come to Pagliacci because it is not your stereotypical opera, and it is also not your stereotypical theater experience. So typically when you see a theater show, you go in, you get a program, you pay a bunch of money, you sit, the lights go down, and the main curtain goes up. And you watch the whole thing through this forced perspective of like this little box, the proscenium of what you're watching. That's not what we're doing. This is in full 4D, baby. It is a full immersive experience, which we don't often get in the Milwaukee theater scene. So I'm excited to make this happen with this team. So typically Pagliacci takes place in a village in northern Italy in the late 1800s. But not our production. It takes place that night at Inspiration Studios in the time of the show. It's going to be great. So typically it's about this troupe of commedia dell'arte characters or actors that come to a show and put on this performance. And it's usually, we spend the first half hearing about their backstage drama and all of that good stuff. And then the second half is their actual performance, where their backstage drama starts to bleed into their live performance to a tragic end. Spoiler alert, Beth Ann. But from the second,
don't give away everything.
I'm trying not
Spoiler
to. There's
alerts.
so many things we have
But
planned.
this is a classic opera.
It is.
Pagliacci.
Yes.
And
Yep.
it is, what does the word Pagliacci mean?
Clown.
I was going to say multiple clowns.
Yes,
in Italian.
multiple clowns. Yes. So there's Pagliaccio, one, and then Pagliacci, multiple. Who are those multiple? I don't know.
And so thus the sad clown lore comes to life.
Mm-hmm.
And is this an opera that Beth Ann or I need to study beforehand, or can we just walk in? I mean, it sounds this really is just walk in and give in.
Absolutely,
to the experience.
Absolutely. Yeah. The second you pull into the parking lot, you are immediately going to touch, feel, smell the experience. And the story, therefore. But yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, so opera, like you don't need to read super titles. Usually Pagliacci is originally all in Italian, but we are working with a new world premiere translation of it by the famous Kelley Rourke, who's a big name drop if all y'all know that out there. But she's making this English-Italian hybrid translation that really plays with the immediacy and the familiarity of English. So she's played in the Sandbox in Milwaukee before, so she knows how to talk to us and talk to our people. So really good opera singing and good opera performance, you forget that they're singing. So I wanted to take that a step further and change the immediacy of hearing English, so that there's not a divide between them and our audience. So no, you don't need to know anything.
And Doug, I would actually make the comparison that's kind of like the controversial adaptation of the Odyssey now, where it is Americanized language, or even Odysseus' son says dad, where some people have a problem with that. But I think that Christopher Nolan was trying to make it even more accessible and not so stilted. So It sounds like having opera in English for this story, again, it is immersive and it draws you in more than trying to figure out, I think that's what they're expressing.
Yeah.
He is Doug Clemons directing the latest version of Pagliacci, a reinvention at Inspiration Studios, September 18th, 19th, and 20th. And more behind-the-scenes stories of clowns and singing. Stay with us here on What's on Tap. That is Tears of a Clown, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. And if you only have heard of Pagliacci in that song, it's time for you to get schooled and see Pagliacci, the opera, but in a very interesting, intimate, and mostly English language way.
Yes.
Doug Clemons, director, also an actor and singer and dancer, is with me. And Doug is
ballet.
You will always get the dancer in there, even if it's just a little twerking, But Doug Clemons is with me, giving me the behind the scenes of this adaptation. Is this adaptation of Pagliacci with this very modern and English-speaking interpretation your idea?
The concept, well, I didn't write it. I wasn't around. You can call me young. It's fine.
You're not the original composer.
No, I had this idea for this concept because I'm fascinated one thing I love about theater is that the drama you see on stage is nothing compared to the drama that happens backstage. And that's true for not just theater, but any sort of think customer service, think restaurant life. That server who's all sweet to you and you have a complicated order is going back to the kitchen and talking smack about you to everybody back there. And
it's why reality TV is so popular.
Oh, it's great. You get to see behind the curtain. And Pagliacci is a piece where that's the whole point of it, is to see the behind the curtain and how it plays out. And our ability or inability to mask the things we're actually feeling. So you were talking about the sad clown. Yeah. It's like the whole the juxtaposition of a painted on smile but a crying eye. It's a really cool thing to look at. And my goal with this production is to really blur that curtain for our audience. So you don't really know what's an opera and what's actually taking place with these players. I really want to blur the lines between the audience and the actors as much as possible.
Really a very interesting experience. And
I hope so.
With some incredible voices, I would assume. How big is the cast?
So the cast, we've got 13 performers from the Milwaukee-area. They are not all opera singers by trade or by training, I guess, whatever you want to say it. We have musical theater actors, we have play actors, and we have a lot of opera singing. So a good balance. Our music director, Ruben Piranin, is taking the charge to really balance out everybody. So we are appeased dramatically and vocally at the same time. Leading the charge, we have Jules Perkins is playing Netta. She is the one who is sort of the lead lead female character. So even though Pagliacci has this sad male clown persona that everybody knows it, really Netta is the heart of the story.
I would say she's the passionate heart of the story.
She is the passionate heart of the story. And Jules, I have known...
I say knowing that she gets into a little infidelity.
Yes. She is the most human out of anybody on that stage. And Jules Perkins is somebody that I have known for probably close to 20 years. And she is an artist that I have seen develop personally and professionally and musically over these 2 decades, that I know that she is at the prime spot in her life to play this role, both dramatically and vocally. She came into audition and I was like, well, there it is, and she is such a good representation of this arts community and what feeding into it really produces, which is fantastic artists like her. Like, I am so excited for her to have the opportunity to share this role with everybody here.
And what a thrill for you as a director to have this concept, working with Brew City Opera, and then nailed it. Like, okay, my puzzle pieces are coming together for this vision.
Absolutely. And then Kanyo, who is the sad clown, that is Joseph McBrayer, who is new to Milwaukee, I believe. Him and his wife, Haley, they're both fantastic. He's a fantastic tenor. She's a fantastic soprano. And we got both of them.
And they harmonize.
Aww. Yeah, they are such gems of human beings. They're so nice, so sweet. And I met them the first time at the audition. And you know how somebody walks into a room and you just sort of get a good aura about them. And so much of the theater I like to produce is theater that is rewarding to the people putting it on. My favorite theater to see is that theater where you can smell the passion of the people on the stage. You can smell them sweating, running from their day jobs to put on their costume to come do Into the Woods,
Because they just can't wait.
Because they just can't wait. There is something in us that wants us to tell stories because it is so important. So I'm just so excited to slap that together. And these people have huge resumes. Like, you talk about Kelley, you talk about Joseph, Haley, like all of these people, huge nationwide resumes, being opera singers, then coming to our little hole in the wall, like black box theater that creaks and smells like old funeral home. And it smells fine. I just want to put that out there.
But it does have history.
Yes.
Like you said, walking into the Inspiration Studios in West Allis is its own experience.
100%.
And it is a welcoming.
Yeah. When I pitched this concept to Brew City, I wanted, all I said was a room that can get dark and creak. So Inspiration Studios, I took one step into it and the whole building went pop, 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 pop. And I went, yeah, this is it.
It's got experience,
Absolutely.
It's sort of like when we get up and out of bed and our knuckles and joints pop. It's like, okay, that's experience. I've been doing some
fine
things.
wine.
Yes. So when we talk about Pagliacci, it's a very soap opera story.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some infidelity. We have some jealousy. But it's also got some really signature music. What do you think is the most recognizable song from Pagliacci?
Without a doubt, you have Vesti la Giubba is the biggest tenor aria.
Oh.
That's anytime you see that sad clown. I think Bugs Bunny sang it at one point.
Oh, yeah, and Merry Melodies. Here we go. This is...
Yeah.
That is Luciano Pavarotti in 1991. So this is what we're hearing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. With a new... I don't even want to tell you how we are handling this moment.
But I would say don't, because it is the discovery
to.
and the reveal. And time flies when you're here. We are having fun.
Do we have to take a break?
Just a moment.
Oh, no.
Doug Clemons, director of the new production of Pagliacci by Brew City Opera at Inspiration Studios. We're exactly a month away, September 18, 19, and 20. A few more behind-the-scenes stories and reasons why you should indulge in Pagliacci. Next on What's on Tap.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Tears of a clown, jealousy, infidelity. These are things you can see in Pagliacci, the opera. But again, Pagliacci, such an influential opera from the 1800s that influenced pop music. Motown with Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. And then the English Beat wanted to cover that Motown song. So that thread of Pagliacci, the sad clown who is anguished and wronged by his wife, it's this really long-lasting story. Doug Clemons is my guest in the studio, directing a new interpretation of Pagliacci with Brew City Opera, which is a small opera company. And would you go so far as to say this is an experimental production?
100%. Absolutely. Yeah, I spent the whole summer at the Glimmerglass Opera Festival in New York, which is a huge, very commercial environment, which producing theater at that level, I learned so much. However, coming back home, I am so excited to touch grass with this production. Like everybody, I'm really encouraging them to push themselves, because it's a smaller venue, it's a smaller company. None of us are going to be millionaires by the end of this, unless there's a sponsor out there and wants to,
A lovely patron.
A lovely patron. But where was I going with this?
But you're creating something very intimate.
Yeah.
Because but the Black Box Theater at Inspiration Studios in West Allis is a warm, welcoming space, but it is a small audience.
100%. Yeah, I'm encouraging everyone to really take all of their training a step further and to take risks with this production. So everything from the singers, the actors, the design team, I'm really saying hey, if there's something you want to do, let's go for it. Let's try to make it happen because we got a $5 budget and we want to see what we can make happen, which is my favorite type of theater because you often will get the best results. And
you have to really rely on the talent.
Yeah,
And so to know that you're passionate about this, to know that your cast of a baker's dozen, 13 people on stage, but bringing this Pagliacci into the 21st century in an American language, English language way. It's going to be good vibrations because it is an intimate space.
Yeah.
How big is the audience hold?
Audience is, I believe, around. Oh, do not quote me on this.
But
it's very small.
It's small.
I would
maybe
guess
50
around
people.
50 people.
Yeah. You and I are on the same wavelength.
And everything about it should feel homegrown. Like Steve White, who is our lighting designer, he has been a lighting designer at UWM, teaching there for years and years. He is genius. So I was talking to him about this concept, and he said, "Well, how about if all of the lighting instruments were all actor operated and instruments that you might find in your trunk, in your actor toolkit for self-tapes?" So we're thinking about ring lights in the social media era, cell phone lights, lanterns, flashlights. It's all things that will come out of these actors' pockets and they'll be lighting their own show the entire time.
I hate to say goodbye because this is just absolutely fascinating. Well, but what an interesting brand new interpretation of Pagliacci to bring people who are longtime fans of this beloved opera or people who are like, you know what, if I was ever going to go see an opera, this is the one I would see.
Yeah.
I feel like this is that space. So tell everybody where and when to see it and the best way to keep up with Brew City Opera.
If you head to Brew City Opera on all the socials and also brewcityopera.com, the show dates are September 18th, 19th, and 20th.
You have a month to plan. Don't miss out. This is going to be one of those unique experiences I feel like Milwaukee will be talking about for a while.
Fingers crossed.
He is Doug Clemons, director of Pagliacci. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Sandy.